think through my time at university, it's allowed me to develop in my personal management skills, but also just in my confidence in being around other students.
Coming here initially, I'm quite hot-headed, so I'm just, my way's the right way and no one else's way is right. But I've learned that I need to, take everyone else's opinion into account, and maybe that I'm not always right.
Coming to university it's kind of like a dummy run of real life, because you have to learn how to budget and how to take care of yourself and how to not just eat rubbish food all day.
Obviously you do get a lot more independent, and I'm a lot happier. I mean, even like getting airplanes over, I've had to go through an airport by myself, and that was really scary the first time, but now it's like absolutely nothing. It's just normal, it's just what you do all the time.
By the time you leave university, most people have come out and they now know how to look after themselves and how to live by themselves, and it's definitely a development, and it's growing up really. University is, I would say, the best years of your life. You come from school and you're young and you get to really enjoy life, and then you come out and you realise that without realising it, you've suddenly become an adult and you have to start behaving like one.
I think I've changed in terms of my probably self-confidence. I'm a lot more decisive than I used to be, and I think that most of it stems off from the journalistic lessons that we've had, and it's been able to be confident in your decision making, and obviously if I want to go into production, that's what you've got to be all the time.
It's helped me gain a lot of skills. Just say my job at university as a student ambassador, it's helped me a lot because it's developed skills like initiative, communication, group work, stuff like that, and it shaped me as a person, which is beneficial towards what I want to do.
The experience at university is obviously a huge independence, meeting like-minded people and just generally growing as a person.
I was probably a bit shy, didn't know exactly what sort of career I wanted to go into. Almost didn't know what sort of subject to study, and if I'd done the right one, 4 years down the line, got a great job, met some great people, some fantastic things to put on my CV, great placement, got Sportsman of the Year last year. I took part in a really great hockey team, a great cricket team, captained the cricket team in the last year, did some great things, got the guys going in them teams as well. Yeah, it just changed massively. I'd never could have said I'd done all this 4 years ago.
There have been many times that I've felt like giving up, usually near deadline, but the thought of the results and the sense of achievement that you get once you've handed your work in is what keeps you going.
There was one moment where I was genuinely thinking about not giving up, but maybe trying to redo the year or something, because I felt like that everything had collapsed and had gone awful, sort of in this puzzle with deadlines everywhere. And basically I went and saw a lecturer and we had a chat for about half an hour, and I just left sort of level-headed and realised that I was able to do things, and that trying to redo or even quit university would have been insane.
The biggest challenge I've overcome is probably applying myself to my work.
My first year was probably the biggest challenge that I had, because it was about taking my mind back into and placing it in the academic mentality. Not thinking that my own knowledge was enough.
That was a challenge, just sort of time management, and that's something you really learn through university, is having your own time and just saying, yeah, I need to get this done, I'll get this done today. Yes, I'll go and do this at the weekend. Yes, I'll go out and have a drink with your friends. So just getting your work done on time.
Well, I found that I was having problems with my writing at Huddersfield, and the tutors spotted it, and because they couldn't understand my writing as well as I could. So they sent me to be tested to be for dyslexic, and then once the tests came back, they assigned me a personal dyslexic tutor.
The skills that I've developed while studying at the University of Huddersfield are probably the most important one is my time management and organising myself, keeping up with all my work, but also things that are directly linked to my course, such as working drawings using computer-aided design, using the software. That has been really helpful. That's a skill that I've gained that will help me for the future.
I've developed communication skills, very importantly, because at the end of it, this whole, everything we learn in school, we're going to take it into the workforce. And you're not working alone, you always work with people. So you've got to be able to communicate well.
I developed so many practical skills for starting, just doing your essays and writing your assignments, managing your time. But as I say, I'm lucky enough to have my job as well, running alongside my studies. So I get the chance to apply a lot more skills to things that I'm learning and doing.
I think obviously I've learned loads of different skills that I didn't know, like screen printing, all these different like computerised embroidery. I'd never done weaving or knitting or anything like that, like with the machines. There's a lot of like industry machines as well in university that obviously you wouldn't have in a school or a college or anything like that.
I've done work placement in Spain, in France, in the UK, so that will be the main. And I saw also different ways to work, so that will be just advantage for the company, yeah.
When I first started university, I just had a general sort of knowledge of the skills and the practical skills that were required in industry, and it all seemed quite sort of mystifying. I wasn't really sure how these people do these sort of things, and yeah, since starting, I'm now at the position where I'm working at a near professional level and creating content for real world clients, and the wealth of practical skills is just phenomenal that I've gained.